Welcome everybody, this is Ray of RebelEars.com with another episode of the Rebel Ears Podcast. Want to tell everybody thank you for watching today's episode or listening to today's episode, which is going to be very simple. It's one word. This whole episode is one word: support. Now, when you're thinking about support, what kind of support am I talking about? I'm talking about if your friend is someone who has, who's on social media, they trying to get more interaction. If a friend has an event that, they want you to go to, if you have a friend who has merchandise to sell, what's the way to support those individuals? So I'm gonna break it down with ways to help them financially and ways to help them when it comes to views or reaching an estimated number depending on what they want to do. Now, with me, if you can see right now, I'm wearing this one shirt. One more time, shout out to Henry with the 3. I actually got this shirt and I was only at the event for less than 10 minutes. Now, some people thinking like, okay, if you're going to be at an event for 10 minutes, what can you really do? You can buy the merchandise. You could be at an event for 2-3 hours, whatever. If you don't buy anything, what kind of support is that? I'm supporting my friend financially by buying their merchandise. After buying their merchandise, I'm actually wearing it. Just like in this live view on TikTok. Right now, I am wearing this to show support of my good friend Henry with the 3 and Ben. They got their own podcast, One More Time Podcast. And the thing of that is, if you are going to be a good friend and show support, don't just show support by just saying what you're going to do. Actually implement it. If you're going to go to a friend's event, show support. Share it in a post, share it, put it in your stories, put it on all your different feeds from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is. And when it comes to showing support, it doesn't have to be just financially. It could be as simple as sharing a post, put it on your stories. You can leave a comment. You can even tell your family and friends, when's the last time you had a friend who had an event and you didn't do nothing about it? You didn't tell anybody. You didn't even go. You didn't post it. You didn't share it. But you want to act like you're a true friend. Like with me, a friend of mine is having an event. There's a few things I'm going to do. Okay, one, I need to know the date, the time, if I have anything going on that day. If I do, I at least share it. So some of my friends who know for a fact I do a lot of events in different states, depending on who I'm linked with, because when it comes to music, there's like a lot of album release, mixtape release, studio sessions, and I love taking advantage of those opportunities because a good friend of mine, Kwaku, shout out to him, he let me come to a lot of events in Atlanta, from the basement to Bonfire to 400 to the Graveyard to, the Graveyard is closed in Atlanta now, but even the Treehouse. It was so many different events. Imagine Festival. He gave me those opportunities as a good friend because he was supporting me when I was coming out as an artist. And at the time, I really didn't understand what he was doing, but he was really being a true good friend because he has a lot of connects. And sometimes you need to think on, okay, what's the best way to use my connects to take the next step? Now, like I was saying, if your friend is, they come out with a song, the best way to show support is posting that song. If you're on TikTok, you use it as one of your background audio. If you like the song, comment on the song, even write a review, record a review telling them, hey, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. This song is amazing. Y'all need to go ahead and check it out. I'm going to put the link in the bio. Support this artist. You don't even have to tell them it's your friend. Just support this artist. And that'll go a long way because first off, you're supporting your friend the right way by sharing it. 2, they can repost that or, replay or whatever they want to do with it. They can use it in their stories. And also that gives you exposure too. If there's 2 artists collaborating on the song, of course you want to share on both pages because that's the only way you're going to expand. Now, a good friend of mine, Jay Nolan, he has an amazing following, and you can sign up for his newsletter as a songwriter, producer, engineer, artist, it doesn't matter. I signed up for his newsletter because I just want to show support. Anytime he puts out an email, I read all his emails, and then I even share some of the sometimes I share some of the content too, because as a good friend, Or even as a fan, you want to show support. You don't always have to buy something. Sometimes it's just as simple as, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and sign up to the newsletter, because that's also a way of supporting them when they have an event in the near future, or they have some upcoming merchandise, or they having, whatever they're doing. They might have, might be a panelist for an event, and you just might, just pop up just to show support. And I try to do that as much as I can, because I had a lot of friends in the past come out to a lot of my events, and even a lot of my events, I had, different artists who collaborated with each other, and they did a lot of things. And I'm just thinking on the way that I worked it out by just linking a lot of same-minded individuals, and to expand on that. Now, sharing a post, I'm going to let y'all know there's ways to share it. You want to make sure when you share a post, there's a few things you can do. If you're going to share it, you want to make sure you tag that individual. If you're going to share it as a reel or just a post, make sure you put it as a story too, because majority of the engagement nowadays on social media is the stories. Okay, what are you doing today? What's going on today? Are you going out? Are you shopping? Are you eating? Are you with your friends? Are you with family? And it shows what you're doing at that moment. And at that moment, you just might want to share a post and just show support. And it sounds simple, but with me, I know when I share a post, I have a checklist. I have a social media checklist, because as time goes by, you could get overwhelmed by the never-ending scrolling, because you'll never get to the bottom. You're on TikTok or Instagram, and you're just watching the next post, the next reel, whatever. And as time goes by, you never realize 2 hours went by, because you're just so engaged on whatever you're watching. And that's why my checklist, I try to do at least the minimum 3 stories a day, at least 3 video posts, 2 image posts a week. And when it comes to sharing friends' content, I try to do it daily. I don't try it all the time, but when I do have time to, I try to look through my feed of who I'm following, who I even got a few notifications. That's another thing. If you are a good friend of somebody who you just really want to show like I don't know why I'm getting tongue twisted. If you really want to show support as a hardcore fan, you want to make sure you put that notification on. So anytime they post something, automatically you could just share it that quick. You don't really have to wait for them to just tell you. You can automatically tell them, oh yeah, I just posted like 2 minutes after you sent that post. And it helps them for that engagement. Commenting. You want to put a comment on majority of the posts they put out. With my friend, they just put the fire emojis, but the thing is, it's engagement. Something as simple as a fire emoji just shows that they're interacting. Interaction is the biggest thing, especially if you want to adapt, evolve, whatever you want to do. But those are the kind of support that, there's no other way of doing it without, it doesn't have to be technical. You just got to make sure if you are going to show support, you do it the right way. Like I said, with me, I have a checklist on what I want to do weekly, daily, just so I know for a fact I'm reaching my goal. Like I already have a notification on One More Time or Jay Nolan or Jaquan Grant or Unique from 99 Doors. I always had a notification on. I don't have to like all their posts or comment all their posts, but I take the time to engage on, I might, take 5 minutes out the day to just like a couple of posts that I'm just scrolling through. I might comment 2 or 3 a day. It depends. And I might even DM some of my friends just to let them know like, hey man, you need to check out this artist. He's really dope. And those are the type of support that is needed. But like I said, it sounds simple. It's the action that goes behind it. That's the biggest thing of this episode right here when it comes to support is the action. There's only so much you can say until you do something. That's why people say actions speak louder than words. If you're really going to be a true friend and support whoever you're engaged with, you want to let them know like, hey, you got it. Okay, good example. You make a phone call. Hey man, just want to let you know I'm not going to be able to make it to your event, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and post it throughout the week. Oh, when is it? It's next Friday? Okay, so this is what I can do. So today's Saturday. I'll send a post Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. How's that? Because if it's on Friday, they already know the starting of the week on Monday. And then in the middle of the week, by Wednesday, you're still getting that engagement, letting people know. The day before, Thursday, you're still posting just to show support. And that could be something as simple as, okay, I need to put this on my calendar just to help out. Now, the people who's watching, or listening, they're probably thinking like, well, I show support, but do you show support as it was, you working at a job? Is it the type that you're strict with it? Because the support you show goes a long way, because your friend's going to look at you like, you know what, he's someone I know for a fact, if I have an event, even if he can't make it, he's still going to engage, share it, let people know about it. And I respect that more than someone who's saying like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. They don't show up, they haven't posted it, they didn't share it, they didn't do nothing but just talk. Now, when I was talking about the One More Time event with Henry and Ben, I was talking about how I literally was at the event I know for a fact I was there for less than 20 minutes. I drove all the way out to the event. It was 20 minutes away. I drove longer than being there, but the first thing I did was go to the booth where they were selling merchandise, and I made sure that, okay, I know for a fact I'm not going to be here this long, but I'm going to show support by buying this product, buying their merchandise. And that's bigger than being there, like I said, for X amount of hours and just, vibing, listening to the music, taking a shot, having a drink, and not doing anything. You just go there and leave. When I leave, I let them know, like, I bought your merchandise just to show support. That is so simple. I promise you, if a friend of yours is having an event or they're selling product or whatever, they rather you buy something and you can just leave. You just buy something and you can just leave as soon as you do that. And people thinking like, okay, so should I just start doing that now? Well, it depends. It depends on what you got to do. With me, I was busy that day. I already had a session later on in the day, and I didn't just want to, say, oh man, I can't make it, even though I promised them. So what I did, I told them, hey, I'm coming through. I still came through, but it wasn't for a long time. I kept my promise, and I told them, okay, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come through, and I bought a shirt. I literally bought this shirt, and I was there for at least 15 minutes. And that's all I needed to do. I came in, I bought merchandise, and I left. And I promise you, if you do that for your friends, the next time you have an event or you selling something, merchandise, whatever, they should show the same amount of support. Now, if they don't, that's their choice. But then it makes you think like, okay, I showed support for this person, and I did all this, reposting their posts. I put it on my stories. I'm buying their product. I'm telling my friends and family about it. And when I'm having an event, they're a no-show. And it also helps you to see who's on your same level, because it's all about engagement. If you have a friend and y'all on the same path, how are y'all gonna meet the same goals? Is he gonna watch what you're putting out? Is he going to share it? Is he going to comment? Is he going to like it? And if so, are you going to do the same thing, or are you just going to be all talk and no show? A lot of my friends know for a fact I'm very supportive of what they're doing. Even if I don't, if it's not something that's really intriguing to me, but I can still be supportive, because even if it's not for you, you still want to show support if it makes sense, because there's a lot of things that some of my friends do that I don't support at all, because it's not in my category of things that I want to be affiliated with. But with those that you do want to be affiliated with, or it could be their clothing or products they have, or even a song they have, you still want to support them, just knowing that you're going to do whatever you can to just further their dreams or goals, because that's what it should be about. Tag your friends too. If you put out a post, tag like 5 friends. What's the harm in that? Social media is so easy, and everybody make the excuse on why they can't do this and that. Now just tag 5 friends just to let them know. If I call my friend and tell them, hey, I can't make it to your pop-up shop or your event, but this is what I'll do. I'll tag 5 of my friends. I'll tell my friends hey, just post this. If you can make 5 calls in one day to help support, why not do it? Why not? If you could give me a better answer on why you can't do it, I'll listen, but it's about support. If you want to support, you got to give support. That's like you want a gift, you got to give a gift. It was right around Christmas, so I was talking in the Christmas spirit, I guess. Now, you want to post a pic, post it with a shout out. I'm very big on shouting out my friends, who's ever, engaging, or just doing what it takes to get to the next step, but not worrying about, man, you know, I did this one event. A lot of people say they was going to come. No one made it. No one posted it. No one showed support. No one bought product. And it makes you feel like those people who's talking about, yeah, I'll do this and that for you. But when it comes to showing, they're no show. You can ask a lot of my friends from a lot of events I've been to. I always come out, show support, buy some drinks, because of course you're gonna have to, you know, buy something at the bar, maybe, you know, tip the bartender. Even if you go to an event, probably buy a drink for the DJ. I'm big on buying a drink for the DJ, because anytime I go, well, I used to go out to a lot of events back in the day, so a lot of DJs remember me from, you know, just randomly buying drinks, and it shows appreciation. That's a big thing. You want to be that type of person who walks in and, you know, it's a different kind of aura, because it was just, you know, you're not really there to just glow or show off. You're really there just to support whoever you there to help out or, you know, support. And you know, that was mainly on how you can support your friend or family or whoever's involved in your life. It's all about support. So if you want to support me, go ahead and go to any streaming sites that you listen to, you know, your music, whatever, and go to the Rebel Ears podcast, write a review, tell me if you like this episode. If not, then I understand. Try to get better content, something that, you know, you can support, or even I can support. If you want to, go ahead and send me a message on any social media. All you gotta do is type in Rebel Ears and you'll see some of our accounts. But also don't forget to go to Rebel Ears on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to our podcast, follow our social media accounts, and, you know, let's build together. And if you want me to check out some of your content or material or whatever in that nature, DM me on Instagram at rebelears.rai, rebelears.ray. Or if you want to leave a comment on YouTube, just type in Rebel Ears, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're on all social media. But like I said, if you want support, you got to give support. And that's it. So I just want to tell everybody, thank you for watching this episode of the Rebel Ears podcast. Keep tuning in.